Okay, this is the last problem on our study guide. Give a convincing argument that the following statement is true. If two angles are congruent and complementary, then the measure of each is 45. They didn't ask you to do it. You could write it out just in words, but what's more convincing than a two-column proof, right? Because this shows every single step and how you justified it, okay? So if two angles are congruent and complementary, then the measure of each is 45. So uh, it's a little rough. They didn't state lots of things. They didn't state what the angles are and all that, but let's take a look at it. I'm saying that, calling them angle 1 and angle 2, okay, and the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2, and how do we know that? Because they said they're congruent. So I said that's definition of congruence. Now you don't have to do this complicated of a thing, but I wanted to show it to you. You can read what the answer is in the study guide answer section. But okay, so we say measure of angle 1 is equal to measure of angle 2. We know that because it says they're congruent, and that's the definition of congruence. Now, what else can we say? Measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2 sum to 90. Because they said they're complementary. Okay, so how do we know that statement? That's the definition of complementary, or definition of complementary angles. Okay, nice. Now, we can say this further. We can say that the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 1 sum to 90. Remember, up here it says measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2. So anytime two things are equal, we can replace one with the other anywhere we see it. So instead of saying here, measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2, I'm just taking measure of angle 2 and I'm replacing it with measure of angle 1. This is measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 1. Sum to 90, okay? That is just substituting it in. And now I'm going to say if we have measure of angle 1 and we have measure of angle 1 again, then we can say twice the measure of angle 1 is 90, right? Doubling that amount. And how do we do that? How do we justify that? I was just simplifying what I had here of measure of angle 1 written twice to say, okay, that means there's two of them. 2 times the measure of angle 1 is 90. Okay? Now what do I want to do? Well, I don't want twice as much as that. I want to divide that by 2 so that I'm left with just the measure of angle 1. So I'm going to say the measure of angle 1 on that side is, see, I divided this twice that amount, and I divided this as well to get the measure of angle 1 is 45. That is the division property of equality. I just divided both sides by 2. And then finally, remember, anywhere we see the measure of angle 1, anytime we see the measure of angle 1, we can replace it with what it's equal to, measure of angle 2. So I can then say, take this, I can take this and replace it with measure of angle 2, also equal to 45 through substitution. And now I've demonstrated what they asked us to demonstrate, that the measure of each is 45 degrees. You don't have to do it quite this complicated as a two-column proof, but I just thought I would because I can show every step along the way easily. But look at the answers in the study guide if you want to see an alternate way of successfully answering that question. Okay, these videos are done. Rewatch them as needed. Email me any questions. Good luck.